It's a Women's Wellness Wednesday, and earlier this month we had Dr. Tara and Ashley on the program to talk about food sensitivity, and while on air, Ashley, our fitness coach, was actually tested, and then they brought back the results today. So ladies, welcome back.
Thank you.
So it was a super easy test. You did it on Ashley when we were here, and before we get to the results, why don't you just tell us what the test is and what it was looking for?
So yes, we were looking for food sensitivities, not food allergies. And so what they do is they take the blood and they test it with food antigens. And if there's an antigen-antibody complex that forms, they measure the level of intensity of that, and that tells us what foods your blood is reacting to.
And how many different foods?
It tests 184 different foods.
Wow. Okay, so Ashley, why don't you tell us? Now we have your test results.
Right,
and you're
right
willing,
here.
She's willing to share with us. So can you kind of, and I think we have a
We have a
full
little bit
screen.
on the graphic,
we have a
too.
graphic as well. So why don't you run down some of the foods that you were sensitive to, and then I'd like to know too, are some of these maybe surprising, not surprising?
Right. So a couple of them were not surprising. I noticed myself because I eat very clean foods, and I'm very aware of what I'm eating and how I'm feeling from everything. And I knew, like almonds and apples, for instance, I didn't feel well after eating those. And they're very healthy foods.
Yes.
So that was kind of interesting. And so, of course, the test did show that, in fact, those are two that I am sensitive to. I was like, okay, well, this makes sense now. But then there were a lot of other foods that I eat all the time that I'm sensitive to.
Really?
So that was kind of like the missing piece of the puzzle to me, and well, I guess to us, to kind of figure out, like, okay, I was eating healthy, and there's certain foods, spinach, it was almost every food that I'm regularly eating was having an effect.
So we're looking at some of them right now. How many foods came up as
mine were very low on the reactivity scale, I guess.
So, and that kind of gave me some information and pieces to the puzzle with Ashley that yes, there are some foods that she reacts to, but at the same time, there's some inflammation that was going on in her digestive system. So by taking the foods out and then putting her on a gut healing protocol, she doesn't need to stay away from all these foods now for the rest of her life. She can, heal up the gut and then introduce them one at a time, and that'll help her really narrow down which ones she's actually reacting to and which ones were just kind of an innocent bystander of the inflammation process that was going on.
So kind of expand on that. We're talking inflammation. We're talking like, our digestion, right? That's what we're talking about with food sensitivity. You might be a number of things would be caused by that, right?
And so we've got on the graphic, we've got a lot of the different symptoms that can be caused by the food sensitivities. And so it's not any one given thing. So most people think, okay, food that's directly related to the gut. But if there's inflammation going on, it can cause a lot of systemic symptoms. So that's things like the skin issues, headaches and migraines, weight gain and inflammation, like water retention. So all these things.
Super interesting.
Yeah,
because I would, IBS, bloating, weight gain seems kind of obvious, but the other
headaches,
things, insomnia
Right.
and headaches. So fascinating. Are her results similar to what you're seeing from other patients?
It's really hit or miss. Like she said, she has a very clean, very healthy diet. So, there are some times that people come in and they already suspect certain foods. And so it's like, okay, yeah, that comes back positive. But there's some people that, they think that they're doing something healthy for their body by taking a fish oil or taking curcumin for inflammation, and they actually come back reactive to those foods. And so then by taking those out, we're able to find what it was that was causing their symptoms to begin with.
So interesting to kind of figure out what's going on in your body.
Right.
And you said you had a lot of people interested in this, especially after we talked about it the last time. And so you have something going on, a special that people can get in on?
Yeah, so the biggest question we had was, how much does this cost? So it's $235 for 184 foods. And so we wanted to offer a special for people to come in, because a big part of with Ashley when she found these foods is she was able to relate these to her business and making her protein bites so that they, she felt good when she eats them, but other people do too. And so we want to offer a $25 discount off the food sensitivity. In addition, you'll also, if you mention North Dakota Today or Buff Bites, you'll get a free package of the Buff Bites.
It's incredibly interesting. I'm so intrigued. I have to do the test myself. Thank you so much, and thank you for sharing your results too, being very open. All right, stay with us. Coming up next, Now we're going to check in with Aji talking fall fashion. Stay with us.